what a show it's gonna be tonight because we're getting closer to the NBA Finals. All right, today is, let me check my date real quick, the 3rd, which means you're about 2 days away from the final game one proper. And this is Ball Up Top, your favorite NFL NBA show, and very soon after the NBA, it'll be all about the NFL because things are happening. I've been saying this, been hyping it for a minute now. But yes, the NBA so far takes precedent because they are the ones wrapping up as well. We'll also give you updates on WNBA, ABL, BAL, and so on and so forth. You know exactly where you can find us. I'm your host, Winston Michaels, doing this with the entire crew, man. Top tier analysts, Sly seated. Rondo, producer / analyst, also seated as well. Shout outs to man like Jonah in the back. He's the guy I never give credit to because I always never see him. That's the thing. Big shout outs to him right there. And what dude putting us on, man. Yes, indeed. We're right there on X at SportyFM_. So make sure you link up, share the link and all that. And yeah, into the show. Jonah. Into the show we go. Gentlemen, how you guys feeling before we get going?
Yeah, all good, all good. Pretty hyped up for this one. I think we've got a lot on our plate to discuss today.
Yes, indeed. Rondo, you're looking around. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just.
Are you? Oh, you see, it's good that you spoke. I turned on the wrong mic.
Yeah,
now I can hear you.
I'm just excited. because today we have a legend here, Ghanaian basketball legend, somebody that I've always loved watching play, even when he was in Ghana and when he went outside. So I'm super excited to
absolutely.
Have a conversation with him.
It's a great special show, and had to get the pleasantries out of the way so we can focus our main piece on our guest tonight. He is a professional basketball player who plays in Europe, and he's been making all the waves. Very famous basketball player in Ghana here. Anytime you hear the name Max Mode, everybody just knows exactly who you're talking about. We drop the artwork and everybody's going crazy. Like, yo, Max Mode on social media, man. And yes, we have the man, Maxwell Amarfo, who has joined us here on our show on Ball Up Top. Max, can you hear me?
Sporty FM.
All right, so I think hello, Max, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I think our Zoom is the one that's stalled. I'm looking at the Zoom, but I'm sure the connection will catch up with it. It's good to have you here on our show, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? Good to chop it up with you guys. I don't know if you can hear me. My line keeps breaking a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We can hear you. We can definitely hear you, boys. You can hear, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. We can hear. I think they'll try and they'll try and sort out the Zoom on the screen.
I think you check if he's paused his camera because I think it's frozen a little bit.
Max, did you hear that?
Sporty FM.
Max, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I think Rondo says that your camera's paused a little bit. Is that the case, or maybe it's just a network thing? Okay. Yeah, we got you. I think we got you now. Yes, absolutely. It's good to have you. It's good to have you on the show, man. Now we've been speaking a lot about Ghana basketball, and the progress of Ghana basketball, and also how important it is to have role models in the world of basketball, because there are so many people with basketball aspirations and dreams. So you represent so much to the Ghana basketball community, man. I mean, do you keep up with the Ghana basketball community as much right now?
I mean, I try my best because there's a lot on my plate, training, work, So I try my best to keep up with the ABL. I keep up with the ABL league. I see some highlights on Instagram, and I sometimes watch some live YouTube games too.
Sporty FM.
Oh, okay. That's so cool. So, when was the last time you watched an ABL game, or it's been a while?
It's been a while. I think the last one I was updated with was Sprintex Knights versus with Tax Foundation, because I knew that was that game had rumors around it.
Yeah.
Like that, So I just wanted to see what's happening, No, I love basketball, man. I love basketball. I like to watch all types of basketball: high school basketball,
Oh, okay.
college basketball, professional basketball. So any type of basketball that I can get, I make sure I watch it.
Yeah. So my first real question for you is like, how did your journey start? Because the first time I heard about Max Mode, you were already a star, like a star in this country. Like everybody knew Max Mode. So how did the journey start?
I'll say my journey started. It really started back in Vancouver, even though I was a student in St. Thomas Aquinas.
The voice of
I think Aquinas exposed me to the game of basketball. You know, I think we had some inter-houses or inter-sports games during my time in St. Thomas Aquinas, and I was awarded the Discovery of the Year. So if I could stand out like that, I knew, there's something I can do, you know. So, I mean, I'll say St. Thomas Aquinas helped me, but it was a lot more being in Infantipim. Infantipim actually shaped me as an athlete in general, as in school. You know, taking school is very important because school and basketball goes hand in hand. So I'll say Infantipim school.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Max Sly here, coming from St. Augustine's College, hearing your name in Infantipim was like, yo, who's this guy that we'll be speaking? Of course, I came there later years and we're hearing Max Mood, one of the legends of basketball and all of that. Talk to me a little bit about the dominance you guys had in Infantipim and all of the winning that you guys had. What was the basketball program like?
I think in Infantipim we had a structure, right? Because in most schools it's difficult to get support from those up there, and we had support from our headmaster, who was also very, very interested in sports. So he was much more invested in sports, and we had coaches also invested in sports and athletes too. So it made it quite easier to play basketball and enjoy basketball in Infantipim. So I'll say those up there, it's a structure that they built, and the tradition that they built that goes on from year to year. So I'll say the structure, culture, and tradition in Infantipim.
Okay, when you were in Infantipim, were there certain players that you felt like these guys could make pros if they had the right opportunities?
I'll say some of my seniors, and most of them too, like they go spend summers in the States and overseas, you know. So when they come back, you know, they have new skills that we learned from them. So I'll say some of my seniors and some of my mates, someone like Julian Morgan.
Yeah.
Julian Morgan had a potential of being a professional basketball player. And I think due to injuries, he wasn't able to do that. But there were a couple of people that also had that same talent, you know, that they could become professional players.
Max, it's good just listening to your journey and, you know, just seeing where you came from and, you know, the kind of legacy that you have here. Now, there are lots of young kids who have heard the name, who know the name, who follow you currently right now and are aiming to be, you know, professional basketball players, just like you are. Obviously, Infantipim is a great base to start, but for the ones that don't get to go to Infantipim, what are some of the advice that you can give to them that would help them also just keep going till they also get their various different opportunities?
I mean, I would say, it takes a lot of work and discipline to be an athlete, you know. You have to be very smart and have support too, because I mean, going out back then, we didn't have support from. Sports was actually frowned upon. If you could remember, it's not like right now. It's like when we were young kids, our parents could tell us, "Oh, you want to go play basketball? Nah, don't go play. You want to go play soccer? Don't go play." You know. But right now, I can see parents are being supportive of sports right now. But back then, we didn't have that support. So. Right now, kids have support from parents. It takes a lot of discipline. Having a mentor, because back home, I had someone that I could actually learn from. Someone like Mimi Falconer.
Yeah.
I had him show me a couple of stuff. I know. So I'll say it takes a lot of work, a lot of discipline, and having a mentor. You know, being very focused on your game because. I mean, basketball is a way of life. It's life, man. Basketball is life, and you can learn so much from basketball. It's not just the game, you know. Man. And I mean, if you come out here,
Max, you there?
people, because they are more disciplined and competitive, so it's a lot of work, you know, a lot of work.
Yeah.
But you have to enjoy your journey too. You have to have fun while doing it.
Yeah, Max, can you hear me? Yeah,
I can hear you.
yeah. I'm like, you see, you just said that back then parents were not really supportive, right? But currently, I think there are a lot of, just like you said, parents are being more supportive. But right now, tournaments, high school tournaments that we knew back then, I think they've stopped almost all the high school tournaments. The recent one they play was Hoop Rave. That was a 3-on-3 tournament. But there's no full court high school basketball tournament. And I remember you came back to Ghana recently and you held a clinic and all that. Was the fact that there's no high school basketball tournament in Ghana right now part of the reasons why you decided to, have your own clinic to help these young boys, or was there any other reason?
Sporty FM.
Can you
Max, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you. Could you hear me? Okay. So I mean, talking about high school tournaments. I mean, back then we had the Spike Ball tournament, which was a very good tournament for young kids or young athletes like us to expose our talent to the country, to the world as well. Because I would say, I mean, going outside of Ghana, I mean, I had highlights from high school. I had highlights from college, sending it to coaches out there. And I mean, Spike Boys was a very good competition for kids, because if you come here, there are a lot of kids. They play almost, during the summer, they play a lot of tournaments. So the kids out here, they play over like 60 games during the summer. And in Ghana, we only play probably like 10 games during our time off school. Or doing vacation, and it's taken away from us. So how many tournaments are these kids playing? So it just unfortunate that kids are going through this, not having the opportunity to play these tournaments. And I mean, hopefully we have people out there that can, I mean, help these kids, because I mean, playing this tournament, it exposes the kids to competition and how to be better players, So, I mean, hopefully they have the opportunity to do that. And, I mean, talking about my clinic, Mode Basketball Camp, it was a way to I mean, just give back to Ghana, because, I mean, when I was back here, there wasn't so much camps happening here. So having this camp here was just a way to educate the kids, enrich them, and tell them how important being student athletes is and how far it can get them. So, I mean, coming back home was a good experience. It was a good feeling, and hopefully I can come back home again and come do it for the kids.
This is Sporty FM, the voice.
Yeah. You said there were, like you said, in Ghana here there aren't many camps here, right? But even without that many camps, you were still able to thrive, and you won the National Player of the Year. Right? How is it feeling like? Where do you rank that achievement in terms of what you've achieved in your basketball career?
Yeah, I mean, as an athlete, man, it's important not to have outside validation, but I would say having that award actually told me or made me realize that I could actually take this thing really far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like I don't know how to put it. It's just like a feeling, It's just like a feeling that you have, oh my goodness. It's like a milestone. Like you climb a mountain, you're on the top of that mountain, because there's a lot of hard work we put in.
Yeah.
Like we going to school at night, in the morning, we're on the field, and at night we're working. So it's a lot of work. So it just comes to, okay, we won a lot of championships, and now it's time, and you giving the award. It's just a nice feeling, It's a nice feeling to have that. and it takes a lot of work too. So I'll say I was very blessed. I was very privileged to have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you winning that at the time meant you're probably our best prospect at the time, and then you moving overseas to play basketball. What was the biggest difference on the court? Was it the aggression of the Ghana basketball style, or just the fact that playing with a high IQ was needed at the time? What was the biggest difference for you as compared to like Ghana basketball and then of course overseas basketball?
That's a very good question. I'll say in every country that I've been to, it's a different type of basketball culture that you can learn from. You can't frown upon one culture and be like, oh, this is very bad, or this is that. There's something always to learn from it. In Ghana, it's more strength, more strength, more
the physicality,
more hard grind.
Yeah.
Like more hard grind, like playing basketball, toughness, you know what I'm saying? And we can see that in the state too. In New York, Brooklyn, you see kids out there, they are tough too. So I learned that from Ghana. So coming to Canada here, I had to put in some years of actually studying the game, like you said, like IQ stuff of the game. I had to actually put my head down, really study the game, and know how actually the game goes on paper rather than just the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The field is a different part, and on paper it's also a different part. You know what I'm saying? So I had to also separate that. You know what I'm saying? How to actually learn the game too. And when you go to Europe too, it's more IQ based because there's European. But up here, I'm very so much to learn from every country.
Yeah, Max, I have a question for you because obviously you've been down the road where you played the 3x3, system, right? Quite recently, we saw a couple of very, very talented prospects also use that route as well. How important is that for a young developing, athlete to be able to play in the extreme settings of a 3x3 tournament?
I didn't really play a lot of 3x3. I played a lot of 5-on-5 basketball, but 3-on-3 basketball, I saw the tournaments in Ghana. It was a very good one. Kids being exposed to talent outside Ghana,
This is Sporty
North
FM, the voice of sports.
kids from Morocco, kids from Tunisia. It was a very good experience for them to see their talent level and see the work they need to put in. Because playing with kids just in Ghana, you're just familiar with your competition and all that. But when you see kids from Algeria, Morocco, and Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, you see, oh man, these kids are putting in a lot of work that I can also do. We are all in Africa, so I think it was a good exposure for the kids, and also to show them that there's a lot of work to be done too. It was a good experience for them.
Okay, Mode. You played on one of the greatest UG teams you've ever seen, right? You dominated the entire country. You played under Coach Samori, right? How the development there like?
I would say Coach Samori coached me for a little bit, but it wasn't so much.
Okay.
It wasn't so much. It was so much of Coach Mimi.
Mimi.
But Samori, the time I spent with Samori also taught me different aspects of the game, like the American system of the game, being smart, because Samori is a very smart coach. I really love him as a coach and what he's doing in Ghana right now, because there's a lot of things these kids need to learn before they go out there, right?
Yeah.
Before they go to the States and all that. And Samori is there teaching them all these things, teaching them the basics, the fundamentals of basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's not just more like just playing the game, but understanding the game. So I would say Samori is doing a very, very good job, and I really support what he's doing in Ghana. Because some basic things that kids need to know in Ghana, when they go up there, it's more like, wow, how don't you know this? Like, what are they teaching in Africa? What are they teaching in Ghana? But the athletic part of the game, we actually know it. You know what I'm saying? We can be skilled. As a basketball player, you can be skilled, you can be athletic, but it's more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The game is more than just being athletic and just being skilled.
Okay. And another question too. You see, you when you were in UG, you dominated the college basketball in Ghana here. You destroyed every team. Recently, UCC basketball have also done the same. I think they formed back-to-back Gusa games. There's been some comparison between their team and your UG team. Right now, looking back, your team, you had, I think, Wolf, you had Joe Tam, you had the late Gerald, rest in peace to his perfect soul. Which team do you think would dominate between your team and UCC basketball team, the last year's UCC basketball team?
I think, same goes with different eras. We have to play likes of the real.
Mark, can you still hear us?
All right. If you can remember what I'm talking about, we have to play against those people and win.
But can you please repeat what you just said? I think the network bleeped a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max. Could you please repeat that? I think we had a bit of a break in the network. We can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes, we
okay.
can hear you now.
Okay. So I'm saying it's different eras, right? Because during my time, we
This
had to
is
play the
Sports
likes of
FM, the voice of sports.
Doji, Baranda, in their prime.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the real Accra Polytechnic team.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real basketball players, legends that have been in Ghana, rooting Ghana for so long. We had to defeat that team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So comparing us to the UCC team, I don't think they're even close to. I might just be saying that I'm a competitive player or I'm a competitive person too, but I mean, I'm gonna put it to you too. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think UCC? What you saw? Like, what's the difference? Like, what do you think?
For me, what I saw, I think both teams were. You guys were very dominant. The way you guys won in the dominant fashion. UCC also won in the dominant fashion. But now the difference is in the competition that both sides faced. I think that Accra Polytechnic team that you guys faced, they were really, really tough, right? They were really, really tough. Now looking at ECC's competition right now, I'm not. They're also really, really tough. Like you said, it's a different era, right? I don't want to pick sides, but it's a different era. You get it? Just two tough opponents. So yeah, I just wanted to know what your mindset, like where you stand on that debate.
Yeah, I think it's different eras, man. But I'll still be biased and tell you that my team was way better than.
Yeah,
I like the fact that she said it.
I would have been surprised if you went the other way. But playing here in Ghana and then playing here overseas, you definitely had some role models that you were looking up to. Like, we can go local role models who played in Ghana at the time that you were looking up to that. You probably modeled your game after, and of course, those who played internationally as well. Just a couple of guys that you used to watch and then model your game after.
I would say in Ghana, I had the opportunity, and I was actually blessed to meet a player like Ben Bento. You know, seeing someone from Ghana, you know, going playing in the NCAA, it was something to learn from him. You know, it was so much to learn from him, and I think seeing Ben Bento doing what he was doing in NCAA helped me. And I mean, in Ghana here, I wouldn't say, would I say the player that I molded my game? I wouldn't say that. It's just probably NBA players that we're watching or college players that we're watching, because you know, on nights we had to like wake up, man.
Yeah.
Wake up, sneak in, watch a lot of NBA games on go to cafe, buy time, you know. There's a lot of like things we had to do to get all those resources. And I mean, right now all these resources are free for the kids. Like, no, you can pull up any NBA game or whatever league game you want to watch. It's easy right now. But our time we had to struggle to watch all those games. So I'll say Ben Bento and a couple of college and NBA players. But Ghanaian player in particular, nah.
Okay. Now looking at your journey right now. Right now you play for Cordoba in Spain, right? So how has the journey from the Huskies to Cordoba been like?
Oh, I mean, like I was saying previously, that it's so much to learn from different cultures from different countries. So during my stay in Huskies, I had to learn from 2 different coaches, and I think it helped me a lot. You know, learning their system, learning 2 different systems, it actually helped me a lot, giving me very good insight of the game. It made it a lot more easy going to Spain to know the system, because I felt like I knew the game right now. But I mean, language barrier is also very important.
Was that the only barrier you faced?
Yeah, I'll say that language barrier. Speaking, they speak Spanish.
How's your Spanish now?
Oh my goodness. I'm still learning.
Yeah, Max, I just wanted to ask you, because we spoke to another great Ghanaian basketball player who right now is in Harvard, Joe Gifted, and he's also doing his thing in America. And we were speaking to him about the levels, because in Ghana here we're trying to figure out just how wide the gap is between our basketball and the pros. You get what I mean? So in your personal opinion, how far back are we in terms of the progress we need to cover, or the gap we need to close to get to that level?
I would say it's not so much of a big gap, like trying to scare kids in Ghana or whatever it is. It's not so much of a big gap. It just, you need to play a lot of competitions, and have coaches like Samori. Like we can have 5 or more coaches like Samori, or Samori for whole clinic that could coach, like coaches in Ghana, to learn more game from him, and they learning from him and going to tell kids out there. It'll be very good for them. It's not so much, because Ghanaian kids, man, we talented. I wouldn't take that from kids in Ghana. Very athletic and talented, but like I was saying, it's so much that goes into the game from just being there, so learning the game the right way, playing the game the right way is very important.
Yeah.
And playing a lot of competitions too, And I would say, database is also important. Playing tournaments, having these kid stats on the internet is very important too, because if they want to go anywhere, or they trying to get a scholarship outside, they need to find out, like, from a legit source, that this is what the kid really did. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it's a big gap. I would never say that it's a big gap, man. I'm always optimistic, and I know kids in Ghana are very, very talented, smart, and if they have the right people to guide them, they can do great things.
So let me ask you one more follow-up question to that. We've spoken to professional NFL players who have been in country. We're speaking to you, a professional basketball player. We've spoken to different people, and one thing they all seem to say is that Ghanaian athletes are very talented, and they are built for professional, levels of the league, whether it's in basketball or in football. Now, I wanted to ask you: Is it that we as a people, we just don't believe in, is it a belief issue? We're trying to figure out, some of the things that perhaps are holding us back. Is it that we don't believe enough? Because others seem to see it. You're talking about it right now, and I realize there's a pattern. Everybody sees how athletic we are, but is it that we don't believe that we can?
It's like a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? Like a diamond in the rough. You need to wash it, go through a lot of things, but you need specialists. You need people who really know the game to actually polish this player. So I think that's just it. Ghanaian athletes are very talented, and sometimes you can say it's not believing. I think being an athlete is very good to believe in yourself, and I think they believe in themselves. They just need guidance. Like I said, it's a diamond in the rough. They need specialists. They need people who actually know the game to teach them the right way to play. That's what I see.
Mm-hmm. Well, you growing up as a basketball fan and just going through the journey of like being a basketball player, how much do you have to sacrifice? Like, in the sense that at one point in time, you said like during your time, parents didn't have to they didn't agree all the time for you to play basketball. Were there any rogue decisions you had to take sometimes and be like, yo, even if my parents don't agree with this, I have to do this to be able to like give myself a chance at excelling at this? Were there some rogue decisions that you had to take sometimes?
I'll say for me, I was blessed enough to have parents who were supportive of what I was doing.
Okay.
You know, but with my immediate friends, they didn't have that support because we going out to play, telling my friends, oh, let's go out to play. They're like, nah, my parents don't want me to go out and stuff like that. But my parents were supportive of what I was doing. I had my dad coming to watch my games, coming to watch some of my spike ball games, leaving work early to come watch me. So I had supportive parents. I was blessed enough to have that. And I mean, those sacrifices would be, losing some friends. You know, you can't always hang out with your friends if you're trying to become the best athlete or the best person you want to be. It was very difficult, you know, hanging out with your friends. So I'll say I lost most of my childhood friends. Trying to play basketball, and also I'll say some of the basketball coaches, because we had I lived in Adenta, and we had a school called a Christian school or something like that, and we had to jump the walls, you know, go play some. They had a basketball court. We go inside, go play some one-on-ones, and the security man chasing us out of the property and all that. So I would say some of the sacrifices that we made.
Yeah, I bet some of the kids are still making those sacrifices. Before we let you go, you've given some great insights on what a professional, like a guy who's aspiring to play professional basketball should do. Have you missed out on anything that you feel like could be serious advice to any Ghanaian basketball athlete or any African basketball athlete who kind of has the potential but still doesn't know the roadmap that he or she should be following?
I'll say basketball or sports is a full-time job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People put their life behind this, and if you really want to get far with this, you actually need to put in time. You know, it's a full-time job. Like people learning, just like a doctor, you know, always learning, studying the human body. As an athlete, you need to study your body as an individual person too. You know what I'm saying? And study the game too. So it's a full-time job. You need to be very, very smart about your sport and what you're doing. It's very achievable and everything you want to do, you know. Keep your faith in God. Chances will come your way. So I think everything is achievable. We just need to put in our work and invest in a lot of time, and also have fun too. Don't forget that, because sometimes kids tend to forget to have fun playing this game. It's very important to have fun playing.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay, Mode, I have one last question for you before we end this interview, this amazing interview. You see, right now, early this year, Spintex Knights had the opportunity to play in the Road to BAO Basketball African League tournament. I think this year, the winner of the Accra League, or the winner of the league in Ghana here, will get the opportunity to play. And now they are allowed to sign international players to come and play for the 1 month. Winston asked this question to Joe Gifted, and I'm also asking you the same question. Should any of the teams, the team that qualified from Ghana, should they extend an invitation to Max Mo to come and help them go compete against these teams? Would you be willing to sacrifice like a couple 2 weeks of your time to come and help?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Yeah, I would want to, but the environment also. Conditions, you know, it plays a very important part too, because we can be trained on the hard concrete. I ain't gonna lie to you, it puts a toll on our body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie to you, it puts a toll on our body, because it's a lot of work we put in, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work we put in. Like, fall 3 times on the basketball court, and on that hard concrete, it puts a toll on our body. So if we have like good conditions, like good basketball courts,
Yeah.
and I mean it's always a privilege to play for my country. It's always a dream to play for my country too. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Every athlete that you tell this, he's gonna tell you the condition. Because playing on hard concrete, even though we played on it when we were young, it caused a lot of problems. You know, I can't lie to you, it caused a lot of problems. So I mean, I'll say the basketball courts will probably be the only problem. You know, the only problem coming back home to play. And I mean, I'm very willing to help. I'll be much willing to help any club that wants to get to the bar. Because I have teammates also. I think I have some old teammates playing in the bar in Kenya, and they play in the bar right now too. So I mean, it will be also good to have supporting my country, playing for my country too.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Max, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to just join us here on Sporty FM. We appreciate you so much, and we're just happy to link up with people of your caliber who can inspire the nation and the ballers who are coming up. We'll keep up with you, and hopefully maybe sometime down the road we'll get you back, and just talk to you about what's going on in your life as well. Keep up the great work that you're doing. You're inspiring millions out here, man, and we thank you so much for the work that you're doing.
Thank you very much for having me too, man. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Likewise.
Bless up, man. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Ghanaian legend you're looking at right there, Max Mode, who is definitely applying his trade in Spain. And he